that obviously represents Aharon Kohen, represents the main one. Why we light the Chanukah? Chazal is saying that Aharon Kohen get a special beracha, Shelcha Gadol Mishelaim, right? When everybody brought the korbanot, so Aharon was sad, and he said, "What all about me?" So Hakadosh Baruch Hu told him, "Don't worry, Shata Madlik umetiv et hanerot. You're the one who is gonna also organize the nerot and also make it and also light it." And Chazal is saying that that mitzvah will remain forever. And what Chazal meant is that it's going to remain with the miracle of Hanukkah. Beautiful. So we have this day, very special day of Aharon Kohen, that obviously we light with love, we light with shalom, not only ourselves but also the people. You know, it was during Shabbat, somebody told me, Rabbi Moshe, he told me something very nice. He said that what's the connection in between Hanukkah and the previous parasha, Parashat Miketz? Usually when the Torah brings a certain parasha, when it falls a certain parasha in a certain Chag, so there is a certain type of connection. What's the connection? So he said an idea. I would like just to add one thing. Chazal are saying that Yaakov Avinu sent, right? The Torah says it. He sent all of his kids besides Binyamin, all of his kids to Mitzrayim. What was the purpose? What was the purpose? To bring food. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think that's normal? Do you need 10 people to go down to Mitzrayim to bring food? Send 2 or 3 guys. Halas. Not only that. But why each one? You don't need each one. You can bring 2 or 3 guys with wagons and stuff per person. Okay. By the way, Chazal is saying that Yaakov didn't need it. He had. And the only reason why he sent was only for Marit Ayin. Not to have the people think that, so send a couple of guys. You don't have to send everybody. And really, doesn't make any sense, because usually when a person has to travel, whatever, when a person is going to a place, you try not to send all what you have. Usually, protection, if something will happen. Back in the days, traveling was a sakana. But I heard something unbelievable. And Mechila, I don't have the source, but I'm going to tell you the answer that I heard. Something very nice. It says Yaakov Avinu was scared mostly because of the Tum'ah of Mitzrayim. The Tum'ah of Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim was called Irvat Haaretz. Irvat Haaretz means that it was the most tameh place. Every person that was going in, he was not capable to go out. What does that mean? It was going out with the same type of mentality, with the same type of tum'ah that Mitzrayim had. Said Yaakov Avinu, I'm scared. I'm going to send my kids to Mitzrayim. Bar Minan, they might get affected. How am I going to protect them? I'm going to send all of the 10 sons. And then what happens? Whenever you have 10 people, so then what happens? Shekhinah imahim. The presence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with them. So they had, Yaakov sent purposely the 10 sons to have Borei Olam with the Shekhinah together with them. And that's why if you look at the Psukim, you will find that the brothers, actually as soon as they got the food, they went out right away. Not to stay in that place. Why? Because of the Tum'ah. Okay, and Be'ezrat Hashem we will learn also at the end of the Sefer Bereshit, Chazal is saying that Yaakov sent one of his kids, Leorod Lefanav Goshna. What's Leorod Lefanav Goshna? He sent to Goshen to build up a Bet Midrash. He said, only if I have a place of Torah that can protect, that will be able to protect from the Tumah that is around. If you have a shul without a Bet Midrash, you should know, or a community without a Bet Midrash, there is no enough protection. You need a Bet Midrash place, a place where people are sitting down and learning Torah, and that will bring protection. But what's the idea behind this? The idea is that in the whole entire parasha you find one concept. The concept is that the Tum'ah always tries to grab us, and we have the strength to stand up strongly and to make a separation in between us and the Goyim. And that's exactly what happened during Hanukkah. During Hanukkah, the greatest of all the miracles was that Am Yisrael showed, not even Am Yisrael, a small group of people, show we're ready to fight and not to let the Greeks to put their culture inside us. Today you go around, especially here in America, and it's crazy what you see. It's crazy. You see today people that are having, and again, might not be a problem halachically. It's a problem ashkafa. The problem of ashkafa is you go in certain houses, okay, and they decorate the house for Hanukkah. How do you decorate the house of Hanukkah? How? The lights and the this and the... But I mean, now it looks like what? Like the Hagim of the Goyim. It's just missing the tree. So whenever you come and I have in my building, once you enter to my building, you see in one side there is the tumah of the tree with the presents. In the left side, okay, there is the Hanukkah. At the bottom of it, there is presents as well. It's funny because somebody told me, you don't realize what happened this year? What happened? In the tree one, they had presents with the wrap of Hanukkah. But Rabotai, that's exactly the problem. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, they put it inside. What's wrong? What's wrong? It's all beautiful. It's all nice. No, it's not. No, it's not. We are Yehudim and we're not supposed to learn absolutely anything from the Goyim. And Hanukkah should not be the time of presents. You want to give something nice to the kids. Anybody, yeah, there is no problem halachically, like I said before. But the ashkafa. What's the reason behind it? What are we trying to compare? That's all. That's what we're fighting. You know, Yaakov Shorty was here during Shabbat. So he said over to one of the Minanim over here. He said that he had a concert 1 or 2 months after the beginning of the war. He had a concert in France, in Paris. So his mother, Allah Shalom, she passed away now recently. His mother told him, do me a favor, don't go there. Don't go with the kippah. Don't go with the kippah. It's dangerous, especially now after the war. He says, Mama, I mean, of course I'm going with the kippah. It's not a... Okay, so, you know what? Don't go to one of the main streets. Try to be, quiet on the sides. So, okay, that I can try to do. He said that eventually he got to Paris, he did whatever concerts he did. And then one day, they tell him, okay, let's go and eat. And the restaurant was in one of the main streets in Paris. It's called the Champs-Élysées. Opa. Champs-Élysées. Now today, Champs-Élysées, Bar Minan, it was not like in the back, in the nice days, nice place. Today it's full of, Muhammad and Ahmad and all this. He says that he goes and he took a big guy with him. He said, Max, have the big guy helping me. He says, we're walking and then we see 5 guys in a motorcycle, all covered face. They're coming towards us. Then I'm thinking to myself, yeah, baby, why I didn't listen to my mom? That's it. I'm screwed. I'm going to say Shema Yisrael. He said, for real, I was scared. Those guys were coming towards us. So as soon as they get next to us, they start going around us, and then all of a sudden they put up some music, and it was the music of Yaakov Shorty. The guys were Jewish guys. They started to dance around, but he says, so Yaakov Shorty said, one thing is sakana. Well, when you don't have sakana, not to wear kippah outside, not to dress like a Jewish dress code, why are we scared? We should be proud of ourselves. We should understand that we are Am Yisrael. I'll just finish with this. There was a certain guy, very famous. I forgot his name, but he said that when he was in college, I think it was in Columbia University, I don't know exactly which one of the famous ones, he was there and his professor calls him up and he says to him, listen, I have a very important meeting for you. I just got one of the biggest companies, in whatever he was learning, that is interested in doing a review to one of us, and he chooses that he wants to sit down with you. With me? Okay. He said that this guy was the only guy in college, Jewish, wearing kippah. To make the long story short, the day arrived and he had a lot of doubt what to do. To remove the kippah, to have the kippah, it's such an important meeting. Back and forth, back and forth. He says he couldn't sleep the whole entire weekend. Finally, Monday comes. He goes to college, and he's walking, about to enter to the room, and 1 second before, he takes off the kippah. And he enters. And as soon as he enters, he sees that the guy who's interviewing is a Hasid from Borough Park, with all the Shmona Begadim, Kohen Gadol, with the hat, with the whole thing. So the guy, the Hasid, looks at him and he says, "You're not wearing yarmulke?" So he started to, it was, I don't know what to answer. And so the Hasid tells him, when I came to college and I saw you, the only guy wearing kippah, I said to myself, this guy is what I needed for my business. This guy is a guy that is strong in his emunah, and he's not scared of anybody. But today I realize that you're not. Thank you very much. You're not getting the job. So that was the lesson of my life. Don't be afraid and don't be scared and don't be shy of our Yahadut. Hanukkah is representing we should stand straight and strong against all the culture of the Goyim trying to mix us up. And Be'ezrat Hashem, throughout that we'll be zocheh for the real light, the light of the Geula Shlema. Amen. K'nei Ratzon.